So this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. The furry fandom is full of art and hobbies. Painting, fursuit making, plushies, embroidered patches. Everyone deserves to find a hobby that makes them happy. And the fandom is full of those opportunities. But what happens when an artist can't draw the line between hobby and business? It gets messy. This community is very art dependent, and vice versa, tons of artists depend on us. For a lot of artists, the furry fandom is how they make their living. But how? I'm sure a lot of you know the "can you draw me" stereotype, where maybe you knew an artist in school, or you know one now, and whenever you or someone else sees that person drawing, you just can't help but ask them, "Can you draw me?" Because like it or not, there will always be a demand for custom artwork. And the furry fandom recognizes this demand and praises it by allowing talented artists to do this full time. So the demand goes up, and artists starts taking commissions. And unfortunately for most people new to commissions, they still have the mindset that they're just doing this for fun. This isn't a business. They continue drawing for fun, demand goes up, and it starts to get out of hand. Commissions pile up, the artist is burnt out. Now, all these people who paid for their art aren't getting delivered. And this is where the artist is screwed, because these clients can absolutely file a chargeback and dig the artist into a deeper hole than they have already created themselves. However, a lot of artists do recognize when it's time to become a business. And that's when they can form something called an LLC, or a limited liability company, which means you are recognized as a real business with legal protection and contracts and an official TOS, which is a terms of service or terms of sale. It's gonna protect you. So, where do we actually draw the line between hobby and business? I want you to take an honest examination of yourself. How much time in your day-to-day schedule can you realistically dedicate to your work? How much time does it take you to deliver commissions? Is the money you are making sustainable, or do you need another source of income? And if by this examination your hobby is starting to sound like a part-time job, maybe it's time to form that LLC. But if you're not ready to be a business, or you just don't want to be, that's okay. Tons of artists never form an LLC, and they do just fine. However, you have to be very, very smart with your commissions, and never bite off more than you can chew. If you're selling paintings that take you about 10 hours but you can only dedicate less than 1 hour a day to painting, then you should increase your prices and take on less work. As a fursuit maker, I would rather build one fursuit for $3,000 than build three fursuits for $1,000 each. Use your prices to control your demand if it gets too high. That's called supply and demand. Supply and demand is another topic that I really want to turn into a video, so stay tuned. And do you have any hobbies? Do you make any art? Share it in the comments, tag me on Instagram, show me your work. My name is Costa, and I'll talk to you later.